Buying a minivan should be boring in the best way possible. Safe, practical, reliable, and cheap to own. But right now, some of the biggest names in the segment are hiding problems that can cost families thousands. One popular van had owners told to stop charging it and park it away from their house. Another has a transmission mechanics usually don't rebuild, they replace. And one of the most trusted minivans in America has quietly fallen behind while everyone kept trusting the badge. So today, we're ranking the 3 worst minivans to avoid and the 4 best ones that are actually worth buying. A couple of these are going to land differently than you'd expect. Let's start with the worst, and we'll count down to the one I genuinely steer my own family away from. Worst number 3, the Dodge Grand Caravan, along with its near-identical twin, the Chrysler Town & Country. Now, this van earned a lot of goodwill over the years, and not without reason. It was cheap, it was everywhere, the stow-and-go seats fold flat into the floor in seconds, and for a long stretch, it was the default family hauler in suburban America. The problem is the platform soldiered on, fundamentally unchanged, right up until production ended in 2020, and the weak point is the gearbox. The 6.2T E 6-speed automatic and the older 4-speed before it has a long, well-documented history of slipping, harsh engagement, shuddering under acceleration, and outright failure. Owners report it letting go anywhere from 60,000 miles onward, sometimes sooner, and when it goes, you're not looking at a cheap fix. Consumer Reports owner accounts on the later 3.6-liter V6 vans describe transmission replacements running from around $3,500 up to nearly $6,800, with the van off the road for weeks while parts are sourced and fitted. Here's the buying tip if you're tempted by how cheap these are on the used market. Walk the Carfax for evidence of fluid changes on the correct ATF +4 spec, because neglected fluid is what kills these transmissions early, and budget as if a rebuild is coming regardless. One more thing worth knowing. Volkswagen sold this exact van as the Rutan from 2009 to 2012. Same 6.2 TE, same problems, just a different grille, and a much thinner dealer network to help you when it strands you. A bargain that turns into a tow truck isn't a bargain. Worst number 2, the Nissan Quest. This one catches people because it wears a Japanese badge and a reputation for sensible engineering, and the cabin is genuinely spacious and quiet. Underneath, though, sits the same continuously variable transmission story that has haunted nearly the entire Nissan lineup, the Altima, the Murano, the Rogue, and the Sentra included. The CVT in the Quest overheats, slips, hesitates, and eventually dumps the van into limp mode, leaving you crawling at single-digit speeds while traffic stacks up behind you. Owners describe it failing in the 60,000 to 130,000 mile window, and the worst part is structural. This transmission cannot be conventionally rebuilt the way a traditional automatic can. The whole unit has to come out and a replacement go in. One Quest owner documented a $7,525 bill at an independent transmission shop for parts and labor. Nissan never recalled it because a van that won't accelerate isn't classified as a safety defect, which is cold comfort when you're stuck in an intersection with kids in the back. If you're set on one anyway, obsessive transmission fluid changes and an auxiliary cooler are your only real defense, and even then, you're rolling dice. There are simply better places to put your money, and we'll get to several of them. Worst number 1, the Chrysler Pacifica, specifically the plug-in hybrid. And this hurts to say because the Pacifica is in many ways the most clever minivan ever built. The stow-and-go seating still has no real rival, the ride is excellent, and on paper, a plug-in hybrid van that does the school run on electricity is exactly what families want. The execution is where it falls apart. In February 2022, Chrysler issued a fire risk advisory on roughly 16,700 to 19,800 of the early plug-in hybrids after linking a series of fires to the high-voltage battery, and the guidance was extraordinary. Don't recharge the vehicle and park it away from structures and other cars. Owners were essentially told they'd bought a fire hazard. Then, in January 2023, came a separate recall of more than 67,000 plug-in Pacificas from the 2017 to 2023 model years, because a transmission wiring connector could short and shut the engine off mid-drive. The 2022 model alone has been recalled by federal regulators 9 times. There's an active class action, owners have layered complaints about the Uconnect infotainment freezing and going black, and Consumer Reports places the Pacifica Hybrid dead last in the minivan class for reliability. If you genuinely want a Pacifica, the gas-only V6 is a meaningfully calmer ownership experience than the plug-in, and from 2026, Chrysler dropped the plug-in hybrid entirely, which tells you something. But across the used market right now, this is the van whose recall history reads like a rap sheet. Alright, enough doom. Let's flip it and talk about the minivans that actually deliver, because a couple of these picks are going to surprise you as much as that worst list did. Best number 4, the Toyota Previa. Go ahead and laugh. It's the egg-shaped spaceship van your aunt drove in 1994, mid-engine, weird as anything, discontinued in the United States almost 30 years ago. And it might be the single most over-engineered minivan ever sold here. Toyota mounted the engine amidships under the floor, drove the rear wheels, and offered full-time, all-track four-wheel drive, which is why owners rave about it in snow. The 2.4-liter four-cylinder, supercharged to 161 horsepower in the later years, is the kind of motor that treats 200,000 miles as a warm-up. Scroll through owner forums and you'll find Previas with 350,000, 436,000, even reports of 500,000 miles, still earning their keep. The catches are real and worth stating plainly. The supercharged version wants premium fuel and the gas mileage is nothing special, low 20s on the highway at best. The mid-engine layout makes some jobs awkward, though Toyota was clever enough to route the major service points up under the front hood. And at this age, you're inspecting for oil leaks, cooling system wear, and rust above all else. Find a clean, rust-free, documented one, and you've bought a piece of analog Toyota engineering that'll likely outlast everything newer on this list. Not practical advice for everyone, but the data is on its side. Best number 3, the Honda Odyssey. This is the dependable workhorse of the segment, the one that just gets families from A to B for a decade and change with minimal drama. J.D. Power's dependability studies have rated it at the top of the minivan pack, ahead of both the Sienna and the Carnival in some years, and owner reports of Odysseys breezing past 200,000 miles are routine. 2 honest caveats keep it out of the top spots though. First, fuel economy. The Odyssey sticks with a thirsty V6 and only manages around 22 miles per gallon combined, while the hybrid rivals sit in the mid-30s, and over years of driving, that gap adds up. Second, this is a name on the door, check the engine underneath situation. The ancient Odysseys from roughly 1999 to 2004 were notorious for automatic transmission failures, bad enough that Honda extended warranties over it, and even the current 5th generation had a rough start, with Consumer Reports flagging in-car electronics and build quality on the 2018 through 2020 models. The buying advice writes itself. Skip the earliest years of any generation. Target a 2021 or later refreshed van with a clean service record, and you get one of the most genuinely useful family vehicles on the road. Just keep an eye on the gas gauge. Best number 2, the Kia Carnival. And this is the surprise of the list. For decades, the smart money answer in this segment started and ended with Toyota and Honda. Then Kia replaced the old Sedona with the Carnival in 2022 and quietly built one of the most reliable, best value minivans you can buy. J.D. Power scores it around 76 out of 100 for quality and reliability, edging the Sienna in some measures. And the new for 2025 Carnival Hybrid actually posted the highest reliability score of any minivan in Consumer Reports' most recent survey, the only one to land in above average territory. One source noted the 2025 Carnival had no federal recalls as of early 2026, which in this class is almost unheard of. Then there's the warranty, the real ace. 5 years or 60,000 miles bumper to bumper, and 10 years or 100,000 miles on the powertrain, roughly double what Toyota offers. It seats up to 8, swallows the most cargo in the segment, and starts cheaper than its rivals at around $37,000 new. The one thing to verify is trim-specific safety equipment, since the top crash ratings on some model years depended on the higher-end headlights. Beyond that, the badge snobbery that makes people skip it is exactly why it's the value play. Let everyone else pay the Toyota premium. And best number one, the Toyota Sienna. No real contest and no asterisk needed for most buyers. Since the 2021 redesign, the Sienna is hybrid only, and that's its masterstroke. It returns around 36 miles per gallon combined, easily the best in the segment and nearly double what the Odyssey manages, and it's the only minivan you can get with all-wheel drive paired to that hybrid system. J.D. Power rates it around 78 out of 100. It's carried an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus, and the long-term reputation is exactly what you'd hope. Toyota minivans routinely clock 200,000 plus miles, and the resale values are the strongest in the class, which means the one you buy used costs more precisely because everyone knows it lasts. It sold over 100,000 units in 2025, second only to the Pacifica. I'll give you the honest blemish because there is one. Consumer Reports dinged recent model years over in-car electronics and a couple of recalls, including a February 2025 callback to check third-row seatback bolts. And some owners find the infotainment fiddly. But that's the gap between near perfect and perfect. The proven Toyota hybrid powertrain, the mileage, the resale, the durability record, all of it lands the Sienna at the top. If you want a minivan you can buy, service, and forget about, this is the one. So here's the thread running through all 7. Minivan reliability isn't a badge you can trust on site. It's a powertrain you have to check underneath. The vans that fail their owners are the ones built around fragile CVTs, unproven plug-in hybrid systems rushed to market, or aging transmissions left in production a decade too long. The vans that go the distance lean on simple, validated engineering, naturally aspirated motors or Toyota's battle-tested hybrid, gearboxes with millions of trouble-free miles behind them. A Kia Carnival from 2024 will very likely outlast a same-year Pacifica hybrid, even though Chrysler's been building minivans since the dinosaurs. Before you sign anything, check the specific model, the specific year, and the specific drivetrain. That one habit is worth thousands. If this helped you dodge a money pit, do me a favor and hit subscribe, because we break down the model years and engines to avoid every single week. And tell me down in the comments, which minivan would you trust to haul your family to 200,000 miles?